All schools everywhere at all time have always been about knowledge and goodness, and knowledge has always received a certain obvious bit of sway because it's so much easier to measure how someone does academically. Whereas when we're trying to measure how we're doing in terms of character, it's really tough to say someone's only in the C+ range when it comes to integrity or grit.
I think schools have always done a wonderful job talking to students about being a good person and being a person of character and examples of people who've done wonderful things. I'm not sure we've always done such a good job of having them practice that. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What strengths do you bring into the work that we're doing?
Character is about developing yourself so that you can use those strengths and that sense of wellness for the betterment of others.
But I think we're really lucky in that we've got 100+ teachers who I think really do buy into the notion that in addition to being IB teachers, they're also character teachers.
We've had a lot of fun trying different things, and both in the classroom and in the whole school.
So the students were tasked to produce a 30-second video that would help other students understand some of the research that Laurie and Mary and Ryan had done. So what they needed to do was pull things from the websites, from questions that they gave those teachers, and put those into 30 seconds so that they could spread the word. And I got to learn along with the students. So as they learned about the brain research, about mindfulness, about healthy snacks, I got to learn along with them and help them take those ideas and present them back.
I think the program gives our teachers professional development, some confidence and some skill, and empowers them to be more effective. That's the ideal.
It's called the settle down jar. If you feel crazy, you just shake it and wait 10 seconds or as long as it takes for all the sparkles to settle. And then you do it again.
Surrounding the event of the Montreal Massacre, again, we just decided to do a workshop and talk about gender inequality, gender issues. It was not like a formal chat. It was more of a conversation in between boys. Yes, there's that age gap, definitely, but it was not authoritative or like formal. So
it's a different person to come talk to us, and it's just cool to have a conversation because that's who you're gonna grow up to be as a leader of the school. So it's cool to hear advice from someone like that.
The boys who led those advising sessions were elected student leaders from the year before, who had received youth and leadership character training at McKinsey.
We take 80 boys in grade 11 in the springtime down to McKinsey, and they get such a buzz just out of being there because it's such a spectacular place, and they're surrounded by lots of smart, thoughtful guys who talk to them about understanding their own leadership style and developing their own leadership skill. I think it's a great way to start off there in the sense their stewardship or their prefectship. It's been terrific for our guys.
We all did a little quiz to find out what our #1 strength was. And for example, mine is humility, and we sort of put all our strengths on this board to keep a reminder of what our strength is. And we keep it in the locker room.
Mine was bravery. And I think that's pretty important in a hockey standpoint because I like to think of myself as a leader, and both on the ice physically, you need to be brave in your playing style to be successful, but also just leading the team by example. I think bravery is applicable in that sense.
What has happened over the last few years is defining what does success look like and what does it actually mean.
They need to be given permission to start talking about what they're feeling and know how to even say that. So we need to create environments of trust and comfort for them to explore that. I think intentional work around that is essential.
So it was a big process. To start it off, we had a survey that we did online, and it would categorize your top 5 character traits. My top 2 were love and gratitude. I learned that there's many ways to kind of get the message or spread the message. You can show it through colors, drawings, pictures, words.
It's actually really cool because you can see how other people are connecting to their character strength. It's not just you, it's everybody else too. And it's like you can see what they interpreted their character strength as. So that's kind of fun to see what everybody else is doing.
Aristotle said that you learn courage by doing courageous things, and that our problem is we sometimes think of it as an intellectual activity as opposed to a muscular activity. And he said, basically, you can't wait until you're 55 to learn courage. You need to learn courage when you're still in school.
So what we're providing is lots of opportunity to take a chance, to try something, to learn more about who you are and what your strengths are.
If you want to be who you imagine you want to be, that man you want to be, you need to be thinking about these things and working on these qualities so that.
I think Robert Coles had the best definition for that. He said, character's doing the right thing when nobody's looking. So I think if we can give that sort of inoculation to all the guys, they'd make much better choices. Be better business partners, better spouses, better dads. Something to aspire to.